The missing link in digital growth, why memory and continuity matter. Hey everyone, welcome to this explainer. So, if you've ever tried using a digital wellness tool, you probably know this exact frustration. You've got all these apps on your phone, but when you actually hit a real-life stressful moment, you still feel completely unsupported. Well, today, we're going to dive right into exactly why that happens.
What if you didn't have to start from zero? Look, we have all been there. You open up an AI chatbot because you need a little clarity. And you realize you have to explain your entire context from absolute scratch. Every single time. It is so exhausting.
Seriously, just think about how much energy we waste re-explaining ourselves. You have to type out what happened, what you were just working on, what you've already tried, what actually worked, what totally failed, what decision you made, what boundary you were practicing, and what you learned last time. In standard transactional systems, these hard-won lessons just vanish into thin air. They completely ignore all your past efforts.
Human development happens across time. That is the core truth here. Real human growth is not just some isolated event that happens from a single chatbot question on a random Tuesday. And because of that, an AI just remembering a few random personal facts about you, that is absolutely not enough to actually foster real development.
A developmental system needs user-controlled continuity around things like your goals and commitments, recurring patterns, and your current practices. A truly useful system actually has to track your key decisions, saved evidence of your progress, unfinished work, helpful tools, and most importantly, what you are actually learning about yourself. That continuity is how you build ongoing actual capacity.
Transactional versus continuous. This stark contrast is exactly what we're talking about. On one hand, you have the standard transactional model, which is a complete dead end. You ask a question, you get an AI answer, and boom, it's over. But a continuous loop actually integrates into your life. A moment happens, you get support, you practice that in real life, and then you return with evidence. That evidence becomes a memory, which fuels your next developmental step. It's like a constant engine for growth.
The practice in action, bridging the gap between lessons and real life. Okay, abstract concepts are great and all, but let's look at a concrete case study to see how this actually plays out on, say, a stressful Thursday afternoon. Let's look at practicing a boundary. Say, 3 weeks ago, you were learning not to immediately say yes to every single thing. Fast forward to today, and a brand new request arrives. Well, instead of starting from absolute zero, the system actually recognizes your history. It pops up and says, hey, you were working on pausing before committing. Would that practice help here?
The technology is not deciding for the user. It is helping the user reconnect with their own previous learning. I want to be absolutely clear about this. This isn't about AI taking over your judgment or making choices for you. Rather, it's a tool designed to strengthen your own self-trust and agency. You are still completely in the driver's seat.
Building human capacity, the escalating value of memory. So why does this matter so much? How exactly does this kind of memory translate into tangible, real-world personal growth? Let's break it down.
This is the logic chain of growth, and it is a total light bulb moment. First, memory creates continuity. Then, that continuity allows your patterns to become visible. Once they're visible, those patterns allow learning. Learning then allows for adaptation. And finally, adaptation builds capacity. It's a step-by-step progression that fundamentally expands your ability to handle whatever life throws at you.
The difference is not simply an AI that remembers you. It is a system that helps you remember what you have learned about yourself. I love that quote. It completely redefines the purpose of personal development technology. It leaves us with a really important question to think about. Are your digital tools just answering random questions, or are they actually helping you remember who you are becoming? Thanks for joining me for this explainer. I'll catch you next time.